Welcome to the 28th Angle podcast, where your host, Shelley,
Victoria,
and Heather
are here to hang out, have some fun, and share our different perspectives on a variety of topics. So let's get into it.
welcome back.
Hey! Happy Hump Day!
Hump
Happy
Day.
Wednesday.
Yep. How was your guys this week?
It was really good. My birthday was just this past Friday, so we celebrated that, but the big party's on Saturday, so we're getting geared up for that, so it should be a really good time. I can't wait to see everybody.
So we'll all be together then, huh?
Yeah.
So we should take some pictures for sure.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we'll get some posted on social medias and all those fun things. My weekend was good. Me and four of my kids. Me and four of the kids went to see Mean Girls the musical, and it was a lot of fun.
Ooh, I like the movie.
Yeah, they all did too. I mean, we bought the tickets probably like a year ago, probably. It's been a long time, so we've all been looking forward to seeing it. So it was fun, and I got to spend time with all the girls. So it was nice.
That's always good. Awesome. All right. Well, I didn't do anything this week, so I feel like I've been really busy, so I'm perfectly happy to just chill. So
Yeah, that's how we get sometimes.
yeah. Yep. And I know, Shelly's party coming up next weekend, so I'll be busy again.
This weekend. Don't forget. Don't come next weekend.
Coming.
We'll be here.
Next weekend, this coming weekend, whatever. So today, since we all live in Florida, we thought it would be fun and funny and maybe give people outside of Florida a taste of Florida and go into some Florida man stories.
Ooh, they're always crazy.
Yeah, everybody always looks at Florida as like crazy people. I know that
The Florida man.
even a lot of the things that Florida has and does, there's a lot of people that will comment like outside of states and be like, oh, well, this state has that, this state has that, this state has that. So I just wanted to mention, like, us talking about Florida man does not take away what your state has or what you guys do there or crazy things you may have there. We're talking in regards to Florida man because that's where we live, and it's funny and it's fun, and there's literally all kinds of stories and stuff to it.
And
so.
it's a big joke,
Yeah.
Like we also take it as a joke.
Yeah. So I just wanted to start by saying
we're not
like,
proud of it.
I'm not not discrediting any other state. That's all I mean. Okay. So I was just gonna start with, I think that we should all do the Florida Man quote unquote game. I don't really want to call it a game, but that's kind of what everybody calls it. So it's where you Google, if you go to Google and you type in Florida Man and your birthday, so just the day, the month, and the day, and then you would read the story that you come up with. So if you guys want to do that and share your story, you can.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll start with mine because I figured I would have to give you guys time to, find a story.
Also, my birthday is the same day as hers, so
So yeah, we could just use the same story if you want. That's up to you. Mine, and this just happened last year. It says Florida man bites a bar manager's finger over an incident about a dog leading to a brawl.
Oh my gosh!
Wow. It's got so
Which
many details.
In St. Pete.
Of course it did.
What about yours, Shelley?
Oh, do you want me to read the story? Because I have a whole story.
I mean,
the headline.
I was gonna say I would say the headline, and
there was no headline for mine.
Oh, well, then what was it? Just give us
Okay, so it's about March 28th, and it would happen last year. I don't know exactly where in Florida, but apparently the guy, and they even name his name and his age or whatever, he got drunk and he decided he saw a gator and he decided it would be a good idea to try and ride the gator.
Of Of course he did. We're in Florida.
What else do
So-
you see when you see a gator?
The gator
don't
was
get
not
it.
having it. The gator's like, nope, not having it. So apparently he ended up getting arrested, and at his court hearing, he tried to justify his behavior, saying he just wanted to have some fun. He wasn't going to harm the animal. But he did get community service and in a wildlife rehab center so that he can learn and respect and appreciate local wildlife. And having
Can
learned
you
his
imagine?
lesson, he never will ride a gator again.
Did he say that?
Apparently.
Because
He
That
says,
doesn't mean
having
I
learned the
believe him.
lesson, Jerry never tried to ride the gator again. But yeah, he's
Not
probably out there
the
right now
gator.
trying to ride it. Yeah, the
he didn't
gator.
try to ride that same gator. That's
A
what it
different
sounds
gator.
like.
Oh,
That's
that's
that
funny.
gator alone.
Okay.
That's about it.
I think the other thing that I was going to start talking about in regards to Florida Man, which I'm not, honestly, I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of Floridians that don't even know about this, but outside of Florida, I doubt many people know about it. So, just because the whole Florida Man is so popular and kind of this big running joke nowadays, we have an annual Florida Man Games that happens every year.
Oh,
And
really?
so yeah,
I didn't know that.
it happens. I think it's in February. I know this year it was in February. There's a lot of like TikTokers and that I do follow that do Florida Man stuff or just do Florida stuff in general that like actually went to the games and talked about how fun it was and how crazy it was.
What kind of games do they do? Does it say?
Yeah, they list all these games that they do, and it's kind of funny. They do like it says the list here says evading arrest obstacle courses,
Wow.
Florida sumo cage match, weaponized pool noodle mud duel,
Oh, God.
hurricane prep party grocery
There you
aisle
go.
brawl.
Oh, yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
It says that they pit teams together in order to snag supplies in a simulated supermarket melee.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So they have to
That'd be
wrestle
funny.
over like cases of water and stuff like that.
Toilet paper.
They have
Might
a
as well
gator
train up.
throw, which it does mention that they're presumably fake gators. So.
Right? Okay, good. I was about to ask that. Don't hurt the gators.
They do a state of emergency fight night pro wrestling. I don't exactly know what that meant. Obviously, I didn't go to the show, but a lot of people that I've seen talk about it
Where
look
is
like
it?
they had fun.
Did they say where it's at?
Yeah, it does. It says it's in. I read it and I can't remember now. It's over towards St. Augustine.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad.
Took. Yeah, it's the West Historic St. Augustine. So yeah, so it's up north a little bit, but
You should try and go next year.
yeah.
Florida.
I actually have like the official website pulled up too, just because I wanted to make sure. Oh, they have eat the butt challenge. I don't know what that. Oh, they have to eat pork butt platters. Who can eat it the fastest? Of course, beer chug, human beer pong. That's funny.
What?
They have a ninja course out there. They have a mechanical gator, of course.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. It was literally. It looks like it's just literally a weekend festival full of crazy
Great stuff.
Florida game things. So, which I thought was kind of funny.
That is funny. I didn't know that. So
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, honestly, I can't say I'm the type of person that would ever go to one just because I've never been that type of person to do things like that, but it would be fun to go see, I guess, in person, but
Yeah.
I still don't think I'd want to go. I don't want to see it that bad. I don't think I'd want to
Maybe
see
if
it
we're
that
in
bad.
the area. Maybe we're like camping or something.
Yeah, but I'm sure you have to pay to get in, and I mean, not that I have a problem paying, it's not my type of thing. Even though I'm a born and raised Floridian, it's just not my type of thing. I think so I picked a few Florida man stories. Actually one of them's a Florida woman, to be honest. But I think it would be fun if I were to, I guess, kind of have you guys guess what maybe certain parts of the story or what happens. So,
Okay.
my
Oh,
first
yeah.
one, it says woman murdered roommate and she did something to prevent the police from getting DNA. So what do you think she did to prevent the police from getting her DNA?
After she what? What'd she do?
Murder her roommate.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did she pee
Extreme hair.
everywhere? Did she pee everywhere?
No, she didn't.
I would
did.
say she, I don't know, burned the house down. I don't know.
Actually, she poured Mountain Dew all over herself to attempt to destroy the evidence in the DNA.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it wasn't even like in the house or anything. They found her walking like, I don't remember. It was like 3 a.m. like that same night. They had found her walking around with like a knife in her hand, like the murder
Oh my
weapon
goodness.
in her hand type
God.
thing.
She wasn't trying to hide it very
And
well.
she asked them for a Mountain Dew, and they gave her one. I thought it was kind of random
What?
because I was like they just had a Mountain Dew to give her, but maybe they were at the police station or something already. It didn't really like explain the details. Obviously,
Right.
some of that stuff don't really matter. But yeah, they gave her one, and she was like attempting to act like she was going to drink it, and I guess she started just dumping it all over herself, her hair, her
Wow.
the weapon, her
God.
body. She just started dumping it all over herself.
How toxic does she think Mountain Dew is?
I know. Oh, that was
Oh my
funny.
goodness.
Obviously she was caught because they found her at 3 a.m.
With
She was
the
taken
knife.
in. Yeah. They found her roommate. Like somebody called it in and they found the roommate. That's how they found out it was her. There's not really much more to that story I feel like to talk about. So I feel like it is what it is. Obviously she deserves to be where she's at. So
Yep.
next story. I think there was a drunk Florida man, as most of these
Drunk
stories
in
probably
Florida?
start out with. He got into an accident. He hit a pole outside
God.
of a 7-Eleven because he had just left a party and he was obviously already drunk. I said that. He was headed to 7-Eleven to get more alcohol.
Oh wow.
Oh,
How do you think
least
the
it wasn't
police
a Papa
found him when he
John's.
was in his car? I know.
what was the question?
How do you think the police found him when they found him in his car?
Naked.
Close. They found him with no pants on.
Oh.
He was still like not even in the parking lot of the 7-Eleven. He was still he hit a concrete pole and his car was still sitting there.
He's
I
just
guess his
chilling.
pants were wet, soaked in the passenger seat beside him. He had no pants on.
Oh wow.
Oh.
But he admitted he was just leaving a party. He had already had some drinks and he was going to 7-Eleven to get some more alcohol.
What's the big deal? Yeah. I don't get it.
What's your problem?
It's perfectly reasonable. Okay.
Oh. It turned out that he didn't really have a license, like an American license. Like I don't know how the proper way to say that, but he refused the sobriety test and all that fun stuff. So obviously he got charged with a DUI and not having a driver's license.
Oh wow.
Of course.
So that's that. The next one I picked because I thought it was kind of funny. I actually didn't even read the full story. I just thought what I did read in the headline was kind of very Florida-ish. It's just the crazy people you find in Florida. It says, actually, I'm going to start before I even read the headline because the headline gives it away. This guy was in an Advanced Auto Parts for over an hour and they had to call the cops on him because what do you guys think he was doing for over an hour in Advanced Auto Parts?
Oh my goodness.
Not safe to say.
No, it is safe to say.
In an auto parts. So he said?
Advanced Auto Parts, yeah.
Advanced auto
Peeing
parts.
everywhere. It's like my
No.
go-to answer.
Yeah,
Stealing tires? Do they even have tires there actually?
no, I don't think so.
Stealing oil.
No.
Just hanging out.
Bathing in oil, dumping oil all over
Oh,
him.
taking an oil bath. There you go.
Yeah.
That's in the bathroom. In the back. I don't know why they have bathtubs there now, but they do. So,
Maybe they were in the sink or something. Who knows?
oh yeah, there you go. He's in the sink. Or the toilet. He could be in the toilet bathing in oil. There you go.
No. Either way, that is not the answer.
Oh.
He was barking like a dog for more than an hour, and they had to call the police so they could arrest him, so he could quit barking like a dog and start against auto parts.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
He was
That's
definitely
so weird.
Yeah, I was like, what? I mean, I guess not to say that's very Florida-ish, but obviously he was a little crazy. I was reading some of it. He had a bunch of syringes that he was saying was blood.
Oh wow.
It was probably not, I assume.
No, I'm gonna
stated it as evidence, and he was taken to the jail. Oh, he had a bunch of drugs on him.
I was gonna say I think he
From reading this, he got
really high.
I mean, I was gonna say obviously, yeah. He had a clear baggie of syringes. He had clear substances. So, these aren't taking as long as I think expected them to. I do have another one that I thought, so I'll just read the extra one too at the same time. Before I go, when I was searching all these stories, I found kind of like a positive Florida man story, which is you really don't find that often. So I'm gonna leave that for last. And I only thought this one was. I don't think this one was funny. It kind of caught my eye because I didn't even realize there was a showgirls club in Tampa called Pink Pony because of that song Pink Pony Club. I don't think it's from that. Obviously, I think it came before that because I'm sure this is really old, but maybe that's where what's her name got the song from. I don't know. I have no idea.
I think her song. I don't know. I think it originates from L.A.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it does, but maybe this started in
yeah.
LA or something. I don't know. Anyways, there was a Pink Pony Showgirls I guess building like club type thing in Tampa, and this guy I guess had his night all planned, and that's where he was going to go, and he was going to go and have fun and maybe get some dances and all that fun stuff because that's the type of club it is. And when he showed up, there was nothing there. Like the building was there, it says the name, it says all that stuff on it, but it was like an empty building. So there wasn't anything there for him to go have fun and do. So I guess being the Florida man that he is, he was extremely upset. What do you guys think he did?
He made his own Pink Pony Club.
He was so upset. I don't know, broke in.
Painted a pony pink?
No. He actually was charged for arson because he burned the building down.
Oh my god.
But Shelly, your go-to answer you didn't even pick this time. He peed in a cup of urine and threw it at the police. Yeah. So I don't know why. Obviously, he's
upset,
probably, but yeah, he was very, very.
It was empty.
Upset.
Yeah.
What else was he to do? He was a Florida man.
He wanted to dance. That's all he wanted.
just wanted to go dance. Yeah. So it said that, and I don't even know why. It just literally, I feel like the urine thing kind of threw it. Was random, but that's what it says that he did. He was charged for arson, and a few other things because of the urine, and he did that when he was inside the holding area. Sorry, I just realized that he damaged a camera inside the holding area, urinated in an empty bottle, and threw it at an officer. So that was even after he was arrested that he did that.
He was still very upset. Okay, like
he's like, I'm not getting my dancing tonight here.
Well, now he ain't really getting it unless he's getting.
Now he probably thinks that song is about him.
Yeah. Okay.
It was him that wrote the song. Who writes the song? I don't know.
Maybe. Okay, so we'll move on to my good story. And like I said, that doesn't really happen very often. It kind of caught my eye because I was trying to find a story related to like alligators and Florida man, and because all those go together with Florida. So
Right.
anyways, there was this neighbor, I guess they must have lived near water. It doesn't really specify exactly where they lived. But
Well, it's in Florida, so
he said he was walking his dog, and I guess an alligator had came up and charged at him with his mouth open, and so he grabbed one of the guys, like his whole body. He grabbed, like, bit him and was dragging him back into the water. When one of his neighbors drove by and seen that he was struggling, but they couldn't tell really what was going on with him. And so I guess they looked back and was like, "Wait a minute, he's that guy's in he's in an alligator's mouth."
Oh my
And he
god.
just happened to be driving by at the right time, right place. And so he put his car in reverse and backed up and ran over the alligator to get the guy out of his mouth, to get the
Oh,
guy out of the
wow.
alligator's mouth. So he
Oh
just
That's smart.
wow.
happened to be driving by when his neighbor got attacked by an alligator. And
That's, like, actually terrifying, though.
yeah, it would be so scary.
Like,
I
what
mean,
would you do if you drove by and seen your neighbor being eaten by an alligator? Like, these are
I
real
mean, I
things that can happen in Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, legit. That's why I was like, "Oh my gosh." Like, in this story, they made it seem like he was walking his dogs. Yeah, he was walking 2 dogs down the road, and he walked past the pond, his regular route. He does this every day type thing. So I'm sure they see alligators every day too. So
It's during mating season.
he probably reiterated.
Shelly.
He probably really didn't think much into it, to be honest. And then it said that the alligator darted at him. He was 11 foot. The alligator was 11 foot long, 11 feet long.
Crazy. Those alligators are big. Like, we went to Gatorland that one time with you, Victoria, remember?
Yep.
Um, those alligators, especially, I can't remember that big
Well, they have little
alligator's
tiny
name.
baby ones there.
Yeah, they have the cute baby ones that you can feed.
But there's also some
But
giant ones, yeah.
yeah, there's one that he's all by himself. I can't remember what they call him.
It
He's
said that, he
huge.
didn't break any bones, didn't tear any ligaments or
Oh
anything, but he did
wow.
puncture his femoral artery, and that those 2 neighbors are best friends now.
Oh,
Oh. That's
So,
that's
that's kinda
good.
cool. Yeah, he
I
saved
mean,
his life.
I remember when we first moved here, I was always told do not walk by ponds or any type of water.
no walk. That's that's impossible, Shelly.
I know, but hey, I was told. I remember the one time Tony and I went uh to NASA, like to the Kennedy Space Center or whatever, and they have a ditch on the side of the road, and there was a lady that stopped her car on the other side of the road to take a picture of the gator that was in the ditch. I'm like, you are crazy, lady, but we just
Oh
kept
my god,
driving.
Shelly. So, when I was a teenager probably. Yeah, no, I was a teenager. We're probably like 15, 15 or 16 maybe. Maybe younger? I don't know, but, we lived here in Dunellen, and there was, obviously, we have, um, a river right here full of alligators not very far, um, and I think we were headed back home one point, and I was young, so I think I was with a boyfriend or something that could drive, I don't remember now. But there was an alligator, on the side of the road in one of the little puddles, and they stopped to, like, pick him up and everything. I don't remember where we took him, probably back to the river or something, who knows, but yeah. So, we were
Wow.
those people that were stopping to pick up that gator.
Well, yeah, you were
Wasn't
giving him a
wasn't
better
me, though.
home. This lady was
Right.
not giving him a better home. She was taking pictures in the middle of a highway.
Maybe she lives out of state. Maybe she's really far from home and she's never seen a gator.
Well, no, that's definitely what it was because we were like in the touristy area.
Oh,
And
are
it's
you?
like,
Yeah.
yeah, like by Cape Canaveral there.
Yeah, I think it
Um,
surprises people, like, they could literally see a gator.
Driving down the
well,
road
do you remember Victoria when we were driving one time when you lived over here
over your
and
area. Yeah.
yeah, and there was roadkill and it was a gator and that's the first time I ever seen one. I was like, oh my god, I was so yeah. I took a
I think
picture.
that was what I told Shelly. I was like, yeah, there can be
Yeah,
road
yeah.
gator roadkill in these areas.
And then the next time I seen a gator was when at Cape Canaveral, what I just told you, and like he was just chilling, whatever. But I remember too, a couple years back, we were gonna go to the Springs when some friends of mine were down, and I remember you guys telling me, "Oh yeah, like the gators are on the side. You just don't mess with them. You just go down the spring thing on your little raft." I'm like, no, they can stay there, and I'll stay at the shore because I ain't getting in the water with gators. No way. Be my luck, it would go right into the whatchamacallit, right into them, right in the
Right.
little cozy
What,
little
you'd float
pen.
right into them, or what? What
I
do you
would
mean?
float right. That's just the way my luck would be. Yeah.
But not in a
She-
river. They stay.
I
They
don't know.
mostly stay on the sides.
Mostly.
I mean, they
Mostly.
can come out, but
And you're not supposed to be around. They tell us, well, I don't know if that it was in one of the flyers here where I live, but that we have a giant lake where I'm at, and they always tell people like not to go around there during mating season, because or have small animals or children around the lake.
that's your big. That's why you're so terrified of mating
Mating
season. Huh?
season. Your apartment.
You bring it
Or
up so often. You
your
have to be
neighborhood did
terrified
it.
of-
My neighborhood did it. Mating season. Yeah.
Traumatized you.
If
Mating
you hear the
season.
hiss, run.
There's any warning, she remembers it's mating season of alligators.
Yeah, that's the one warning she follows.
I don't even know when mating season is.
I was gonna
As far
say,
as, like,
maybe you should Google it and find that out so
what
that
is mating season?
you know. Yeah.
She's
Need
so
to-
worried about this because she doesn't even know when it happens. So she just stays away from the water all year.
Oh, beginning of April.
Oh, better stay.
Beginning of April.
It's coming up soon, Shelly. You better stay in your house.
If you want to go for a
Well,
walk
we
around
are
that
in
lake,
April.
you
We're in
better
April
go
right
now.
Yeah, we're already the
Yep.
second in April. Well, beginning of April. So
You missed your
no.
opportunity. No more lake walking.
Oh, but it
No more
yeah,
lake
no
walking.
more nighttime strolls during mating season.
Just never know when that alligator will be right around the corner.
When does
Good thing you
mating
don't have
season end?
animals.
May or June.
May or June. Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't lie.
When? How do we find out?
It's a good
Well,
thing you don't have animals to walk.
So they say courtship begins in early April. So they got to find their mates in early April.
So they're really looking in April, yeah.
And mating occurs in May or June. So the
then
females
you're
build
good
a
after that.
mound. They build a mound nest of soil, vegetation, and debris, and deposit an average of 32 to 46 eggs
Shelley.
in late June or early July.
Oh my gosh.
Are you serious?
You have so many
Incubation
alligators
requires-
for a reason.
Oh my goodness. Incubation requires approximately 63 to 68 days, and hatching occurs mid-August. We are not good at all. From April to like
Wow.
September.
How long have you lived
Shelley,
here? You just
I have
realized
lived
it?
here for 37 years and never been attacked by an alligator. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
And I would say
But
for a good
honestly-
majority of it, I've not lived very far from a river or some kind of lake that probably had them. Actually, matter of fact, we grew up going camping at a lake that had alligators in it.
We would see them on trails, yeah.
We would see them on trails and we would be camping right next to the lake.
See, back home, we didn't. The things that we had to be worried about was coyotes,
It's getting buried in snow.
bears. Well, it was flat where I lived, so there was no like mountains, so no avalanches or anything like that. But the bears, you had to watch for bears or wolves, and if you lived further up north, it was moose. Those things are nasty.
Oh yeah, I've heard those things could be mean.
Oh, and don't forget about the geese. Those are like the real mean girls, we'll say. Canadian geese. They chase people down.
I've heard about those, yeah.
I've heard about that too, but is that just in certain areas or is that anywhere? Are they just mean in
No,
general?
they're just mean, I guess. I don't know why they're so mean. It's crazy. But yeah, so I learned something new about gators tonight, even though it's supposed to be about Florida man. But yeah. So
Florida is gators, so for
Yeah.
the most part.
Yep.
Yeah, when people think of Florida, they think of gators. For sure.
Gators right away. Yep. I don't know how many times my family's asked, how many gators have you seen since you've been there? One dead and one alive.
It's just because people, yeah. I mean, and I guess we kind of did make it sound like that too, that you're just going to drive by a gator every day, but you really don't. I mean, it's just like they're there, but it's not
Yeah.
like you see them.
Well, and just like they say that panthers like are around. Obviously,
Mhm.
we don't see them here. There's a few bobcats somewhere in our neighborhood.
It really depends on where you
Yeah,
live in Florida,
yeah.
to be honest.
Because if
Yeah,
we
that
lived by
too.
the Everglades, we'd be what are those big snakes called? Boa con-
Big
no,
snakes. Boa constrictors?
is that what they're
Know what you're
called?
talking about?
Or
I don't know. I
pythons?
don't know what you're talking about.
Those big
It's your
snakes.
story.
Those huge snakes that are like in the Everglades.
I don't know.
I don't
There's
know.
like a big.
I don't study the
like,
Everglades.
It's scary. There's an infestation right now. Burmese
Don't go.
pythons.
Oh.
Yeah, they're eating all the wildlife and everything in the Everglades.
I think the most I see around, well, I mean, I'm not like in a city or anything, so I see a lot of wild boar running my
Boar?
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Wild boars.
You be careful; those things are.
I know.
Pretty
We've
scary.
we've given all the kids warnings. If you're gonna go outside and play, especially in the night, and if you see one of those things, you're not out running it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So good
Climb a
luck.
tree or something. I don't know. They are not friendly pigs. Do not go towards them. But often or not, we see like fox and a ton of raccoons, obviously, and bunny rabbits. I think that's it. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of different things around here, but that's what we see most. Raccoons, boar.
We see raccoons, armadillos, possums,
Yeah, we see possums too.
and those black snakes. The good ones.
Those black
the ones
snakes
that
are all
eat-
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that eat the.
Yeah, like the garden snake type.
Yeah, not the gardener snake, but what I don't know what they're called. Just the rat
It's
snake.
black
maybe?
snake, I think they are. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
They're good to have in your yard, as we're told.
I live in town, so I really only see those big
Birds.
giant water birds and the duck chickens, as
duck chickens.
Danny.
ducks?
Who calls them that, Danny? I don't remember.
Duck chickens.
Chickens.
Because
I
they
don't
look
know.
like chickens.
Oh.
With the
Oh, yeah, those
The ones that,
they're
like,
ugly,
literally-
right?
Yeah, they're so ugly. They live on my
They're
back patio.
ugly. Yeah, we have.
Although I think over there at that pond, I think we've seen baby gators over there.
We have a ton of those water birds around too.
Yeah, you
With
guys
the-
do for sure.
When
We
they
have
start making
some.
those noises, they're so loud.
Yeah.
Oh, we have really pretty cardinals that always are around our house here. That's what
I
wakes
have
me
all
up in the
kinds
morning.
of owls and crows and such that hang out here too.
Yeah, you kind of live in the sticks.
Yeah. It's not going to be that way for long. Building up houses left and right.
We'll be in the
So.
stick. Oh, yeah. I thought you're like, because we're moving. Like, well, we'll all be in the sticks.
All right,
That's
is
when
that
Shelly
it
will
for
really
your-
get to see all the animals.
Oh,
for real?
gosh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Is that it for your Florida man stories?
Yeah, that's all I have. Those stories. I hope you guys enjoyed them. I tried to find the funny / entertainment ones. Some of them can be boring, or some of them just wild or not appropriate.
Too wild,
for
yeah.
podcasts, so yeah. So I kind of skipped over those, but that was it.
Yeah, so that'll wrap up our show for today. Again, as always, we appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Any
Thank you
last-
for listening in. We appreciate all the support.
And
Yeah.
we will be back next week. Same time, same place.
As always, next Wednesday at 8 a.m. So we'll see you guys then.
All right. Bye.
Bye. That's it for this episode of the 28th Angle podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the conversation, be sure to follow and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Follow us on our socials at the 28th Angle podcast for more updates and behind the scenes content.
Until next time, keep looking at life from every angle.
Especially the 28th.